Alright, today I am reviewing Agatha Christie's The Seven Dials mystery. And this story is a sequel to The Secret of Chimneys. And it features a few of the characters from the first one. Most importantly, it features Bundle Brent and her father, Lord Caterham. And also Bill Eversleigh plays a large part in this, and George Lomax, who was an old kind of very conservative, very annoying sort of character from the first story. This one is about secret societies. It's a thriller that takes place in England, and it begins with a house party in the country and a young man who has a propensity for waking up really late in the day. So all of his friends decide to buy clocks and put them in his room in the middle of the night and set them to go off at intervals early in the morning to make sure he wakes up. And they buy 8 clocks, and in the middle of the night they send someone in, and this person, he puts them all under the bed, and the clocks start going off like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he doesn't wake up. So they're waiting and waiting and waiting, and they think that he's probably trying to play a trick on them. Finally, the butler goes in and has to inform them that the man is dead, that he took an overdose of a sleeping draft. And what's more interesting is the fact that all of the clocks which were underneath the bed are now lined up on the mantle of the fireplace, and instead of 8, there are only 7. And there had been some talk in a letter that this dead man had written to his sister about a group called Seven Dials, which is supposed to be a secret society in London. And Bundle, whose house this whole thing happens in, she decides she's going to get to the bottom of this mystery. Again, this novel is pretty similar to Chimneys in that it's very lighthearted. It's a very kind of Wodehouseian sort of story, with young people being kind of silly. Bundle's father, I think, provides the greatest amount of humor in the story. He's always making very humorous remarks. He's kind of your typical middle-aged kind of titled character from England in the 1930s, or what you kind of imagine someone like that would be. A little bit absent-minded, just wants leisure, just wants peace and quiet, doesn't know why he has to get caught up in all sorts of things. I think one of the most interesting things about this story, even though it's kind of a silly, lighthearted piece, is the fact that here we get to really see Christie doing a great job of putting one over on us, basically. She's able to describe one thing and have it read as another thing. So you're looking at something the whole time and reading it in one particular way, and then everything just turns on a dime, and you realize that you have, like the characters that you're reading about, have been walking down the wrong path the whole time, or you haven't really known what you were looking at or what you were seeing. And everything here centers around, even though there are 2 murders, the story really centers around the theft of a formula that is supposed to make, I think it's supposed to make some kind of reinforced steel, something that could be used in the production of airplanes. And and it was rumored that maybe the Germans would want this. So the story itself, I'm trying to think if there are themes. There's not really a strong theme in the story, and it's more just a very lighthearted espionage thriller. I should mention also that Battle is in this one as well. He's the superintendent of Scotland Yard, and he plays a very important part in the story as well. He and Bundle are very interesting, the way that they work off of each other. I think that the dialogue really worked in this story, but I would have to say that this is not one of her strongest. While the plot is pretty solid, I would say maybe a 3.25. 3.25 is what I give it. And next time I will be reading another short story collection by Agatha Christie, this time featuring Tommy and Tuppence, who were in The Secret Adversary. This one is called Partners in Crime. And so we'll see you next time.